Hello, my name is Ethan and welcome back to another episode of Path of Exile 3.10 Delirium League. And then this episode we have the endgame build video. So let's get through this endgame build video with as great detail and how you guys doing? Welcome back to another episode. How you guys? I'm doing good. Hope you guys are doing good. This video is now 3 hours later than normal, or of what I was planning, because I apparently had my mic muted for the recording and posted and everything, and then I found out yeah. Here we go. So, here's the build I put together for the endgame build. This uses the bone offering and all the stuff that we showed in the other video, but now it has aspect of the avian, because we can get aspect of the avian from a staff. Well, any item that we put the avian on. But we're specifically using a staff for the chance to block attack damage, and I'm theory crafting that the minion deal double damage will be easy to get this league with a +1, and so this might be our base that we get early-ish, and it's really strong, very powerful, and so this is what I was looking at as a weapon. There's a bunch of options instead of the minions deal damage mod with the double damage, like Fortify and all the other options we used last league on different weapon bases, but this has block, which goes with our bone offering. So we have 47 block, 35 spell. This is without using I forgot, god damn it. Okay, yeah, so I have Rumi's Concoction, which raises us to 67 block, 45 spell block. It's absolutely insane with and then we'll have bone offering. So then so this was like our main damage source is the weapon, and I was able to secure 1000 strength in the build, which is what we want, with 3 efficient trainings, an Astromantis, Alberon's, Grip of the Council, a Sackawalls, and the Baron. The Baron's not perfectly rolled, and that gets us over 1000 with this skill tree, with 3 efficient trainings that aren't perfectly rolled either. And so this is really like nice and interesting to see, because then it shows that it leaves open the rings, the belt, 3 sockets, which can include Elegant Hubris. An Elegant Hubris? I like me an Elegant Hubris with big minion damage, yes. So then I want to show you, I've shown you this, and yeah, we have our mana flask and all this, so our recovery will be the leech from the zombies, because we have 1000 strength, and we have enough damage to clear tier 13 Blight without the other items. But here we go, let's show you what it's like with the other items. So here we added a ring, belt, 3 jewels, Brawn, Emperor's Might, Emperor's Mastery. We went up 45k DPS, 680 strength, a little bit of zombies. It's like, dude, that wasn't even that good. So 6700 life though is pretty nice. Super tanky, enough for tier 13 Blight again. And then this is without cluster jewels and without like crazy Elegant Hubris or any of the other like things we can do in the build. And then I'll show you guys the extra Vaal summon skeletons. Cause I don't even have this build, like it had an extra 6 link. Right now I have an extra 6 link of gems. So I was like, well, this is a lot of damage. 8 million added to the build, and if you lose 40% of this, it's still pretty good, dude. Like, it speaks for itself. It's really good. Yeah. So this is what I put together. So pretty much what I was going over is there's gonna be a few options for the weapon, and it really will depend on what you want. The Baron's best in slot, Sackawall's best in slot, Grip of the Council, I don't know what else we would do. And then Alberon's, we can get a better boot. Astromantis, we can get a better amulet. These are just going to be really good for a long time, and it's going to be hard to craft something better, so in the meantime we'll be using those. Unset rings for chaos, and strength and res and life, normal stuff, and the belt's disgusting belt that I looked up on trade. Yep. So then the point is we go back, and if we don't do this, right, we go back to this one, and we have the open rings and belt and the sockets, and even these 2 aren't required, right, but we have our 1000 strength. Even the Grip of the Council is not required, right? We could go something else instead of this. A normal glove with reses, just to square up our reses. Okay. So then I was like, what is an Elegant Hubris for 320% damage look like in this build? Okay, so let's show you in the tree. If we click this node right here, it would be all three from it. So it's 20k DPS, 20k of 326k. You can already start to see how big of a percentage 40% increased damage is in this build. There isn't that much increased damage. The base damage is all from the gem levels and shit, from the weapon and all the stuff that we do. So then an Elegant Hubris with 320% is 8 times this. It would be 160,000 DPS added to our 326,000 or 346,000 to 500k. And that's how you start getting those ridiculous numbers. We're getting to the 5 and 10 millions. It's the Elegant Hubris. You're not getting that damage otherwise. Maybe the cluster jewels will change it too, but that's the main things that we're looking at is weapon, zombie gem levels. Oh, this isn't even Awakened Multistrike, dude. Oh my god, I'm trolling. Easy upgrade. 392. So easy, dude. And look, they have 31k life. It's not that bad. Not that bad, dude. We lost the bone barrier tankiness and all that strength and bunch of scaling, but the cluster jewels, man, the cluster jewels, we'll get to see what they can do. It's gonna change it entirely, but this should give people a really, really good template for the endgame build, like the outline, and then I even showed just to like justify, hey guys, this is what this looks like, and you don't have to do it. I've shown you it. You don't have to do this. Like, yes, it works, but you don't have to do this. You don't need this. But yes, it should still be really good. I don't know, man. I don't get it. Either way, what we got hit the most was the amount of zombies. So that's going to be a problem where now I believe I'm going to be crafting an amulet with +1 zombie, because it should be more efficient than the strength stacking, and it already was more efficient before. So now we're just going to double dip into that strength stacking, and for everything aspect of the avian fit with our auras, because we switched into this stuff, the Sovereignty with the extra mana reserve. We had the perfectly rolled sack walls for the example. And like I said, we still have this extra 6 link of Vaal Summon Skeletons. We don't need this, but it's like, well, I literally had an extra 6 link that I forgot. And I was like, well, it all fit, actually. So, Vaal Summon Skeletons. And then to proc Elemental Equilibrium to do more damage, I am using Flame Dash right now. I'll be using Flame Dash because I don't know of another way. And so a lot of people, I just want to go through this too, just in case, for a lot of, just because some people will be unsure. They'll say, why are you still going the Baron with all these nerfs to it? And as I say, even though we lost all this stuff, we lost Spirit Offering completely. We didn't lose the Baron completely. Zombies are okay, we can play them still. And man, we just hope GGG pulls back, dude, on their nerf hammers. Holy shit. The potential is unreal. Don't kill it, bro. It's so funny. But yeah, these aren't even like perfectly rolled stuff, and it doesn't have the extra quality on the things for the extra stats. A bunch of things we could have done. But this was just to show the overall of what we can expect out of the build next season and what we're looking at with Bone Offering. And this, like, you can easily see how you're going to survive with this. The Leech and the Bone Offering, when you fill out this and you have over 6k life and you still have the Leech, the only thing you lost was the Spirit Offering, which most people said they didn't even cast while channel it, and they didn't even use the cast when damage taken setup, and they were telling me for years, take out the cast when damage taken setup, it's useless. So here you go, dude, we basically have that now. And all you might have to do in a Blight map is just hold down Bone Offering, or we might pull in a cast while channeling Bone Offering setup, just so the Bone Offering is up. I'm not sure what we're gonna need to do yet, but maybe we won't need to, and maybe we'll be tanky enough to where we can just take a cast when damage taken bone offering, and we don't actually need to rely on it, and it's just a bonus defensive layer that we can use as block and shit when we need it, which is when we take hits and get low. We need to now block and dodge and shit, which also, before there was like theory to take this. If you don't run Cyclone, if we don't run Cyclone, we might be running Unwavering Stance, because we're not evading attacks, we're blocking. And then we don't want to be stunned. So even when you block, you can still be stunned. And stunning is bad, dude. Like, trust me from experience. So there's a chance that we path to something weird over here for an Elegant Hubris. And as we path, we get really close to this area. And then we can just 2-node or three-pointer an Unwavering Stance, which is just de facto insane. And so phase run with Unwavering Stance is GG. Whereas it's like Cyclone but faster with no actual requirement of Stampede boots, and it's faster, and then there's no switch either, and you can run a Headhunter. Yep. And then we become Headhunter build, and we run the Amulet, Solstice Vigil, and we run the Glove that lets us curse ourselves with Temp Chains, and we just become a Headhunter build with Minions because that's what they want us to do. Whoa, Ethan, what was that last part? What are you talking about? Brute Force with... Oh, yeah. Dude, and for anyone wondering why... So I can't really, like, punch in the animate weapon stuff yet, but we pretty much know that animate weapon is insane and it's looking very good. And animate weapon is a thing you can definitely run, but it doesn't leech. And so our build always starts with the Baron and leeching. And if we're gonna be going the Baron and leeching and zombies, then we're gonna do zombie things, and there's no reason to do anything else. So it's kind of like I've said a bunch of times, I wish Necromancer could leech for every minion, and maybe even you set specific numbers for each one too to make it fair. I don't care how you do it, but like this, but for every different minion, so you can go anything you want, because I feel forced to go zombies because this exists. And so we start with this, we go zombies, then, because the older one was, you go this and you have Spirit Offering scaling off the Shaper's Touch. None of that exists anymore, but this is still the main thing that I love, because it's AFK sustain like regen, but it's a different category than regen, so it's not that it's better, it's just that it's the only way to get leech as a fucking Necromancer unless we actually hit ourselves, which that'll be the next step. If we lose this, then we start doing things where we gain on spell hit and life gain on hit and leech, and maybe that's what they'd rather us do, because that's literally, there's no way they can take that away, because the normal characters can't leech. Oh my god. I guess the difference is that zombies do it AFK, but like, they didn't change it, dude. Imagine making all those changes and making you have to go more than 1,000 strength. That would have hurt. Oh my god. Dude, I'm just gonna stay at 1,000, I think, and I don't know what way I'm going to do it exactly, but Sackawalls is guaranteed, the Baron's guaranteed, probably the 3 efficient trainings is guaranteed, because those spots on the skill tree are just good. That's Pathing of the Witch normally for Necro, that's always good. And then obviously we have an upgrade on the Amulet, we have upgrade on boots, and I believe we have huge gloves we can make, and this will just be like a maybe early temporary upgrade that I get for some bonus damage. But also this is bad because it makes it so if you run Hatred, you take Elemental Reflect because your guys do elemental damage, and so does Grip of the Council, so you'd have to switch off both of them to do elemental maps, elemental reflect maps. Let's see here. Yeah, look at this cold damage. So then you'd have to switch to running Pride and not running the Glove. I'm just warning you that that's the only way to not do Elemental. And then somebody also pointed out that if you don't run this hatred and you don't run the glove, and because you're not running spirit offering, you're not doing chaos, and you can actually run brutality. And does brutality have an awakened version? Yeah, it does. Look at that. And so it's not good in this because it's gonna shit on the cold damage right now, but like that's the point. If you don't go the LE hybrid version that this is, you could go Fizz version with Pride and Impale and Dread Banner and what was the other one? Pure Fizz, basically, and then Brutality. Yeah, you can actually run Brutality now, so you might get more damage because you wouldn't run Awakened Minion damage. But, dude, how do you even fit it? Like, so in this theory, you're supposed to fit Impale and Brutality. What do you take out, dude? You're gonna lose the Intimidate for melee Fizz? No. You're gonna lose the Empower levels? No. Raise Zombie, that can't get taken away. Multistrike is a core fucking thing on Raise Zombie. And then, yeah, you can take out minion damage for the Impale, that's fine. But what, you're gonna take out Feeding Frenzy for more damage? I doubt it. Yes, yeah. Yeah, I doubt it, dude. I doubt it. I doubt it. But this is great. I feel like we have so much room, we have so much potential. There's all these new clusters. Like, this is just to show you people that we're gonna be perfectly fine in the new season. You lose a couple zombies, you still do the same thing, you just don't have the spirit offering tankiness, so we'll figure out the tankiness throughout the league. But the damage is still here, dude. We're doing fine. They just shit on spirit offering and skeletons, which is fine. We didn't even care about skeletons anyways. We said they were too good. So that's it. I hope you guys have enjoyed, have learned something about my endgame build. This is the best I could do. I thought about it a lot. I gave myself a lot of trouble thinking about this, trying to figure out what the hell I was going to show, because it's really hard to predict the complete finished build perfectly. So I did my best of just showing the core endgame so that people can basically either copy what they saw here, listen to my advice of the Elegant Hubris and the ways to get damage of a good weapon and stuff. They can go and copy my old weapon from last league. Well, I didn't put that in the video or build because I wanted to emphasize this whole block possibility of a staff, war staff. It's pretty cool. And so this is a thing people could do, and it's like, yeah, it's neat. So hope this could help people think of things for the endgame build. Then they're also going to come back to me with their ideas, and I'm going to reflect them onto the POB, and we can... you basically have to start something and then keep touching it and playing with it and having other people's opinions on it, and when you get a collective, it's like we're the Borg, and we create the greatest goddamn thing, because it's like the whole community creating the build, not just me. But either way, this is my portion. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Hope you could learn something. I'm going to take this opportunity to thank my Patreon and YouTube members who financially support the channel. I couldn't do this without you guys, and I appreciate it so much. And I'll see you guys in the next episode, which probably will be after the league start. We'll already be playing, we'll stream and all that, and then they'll put up the stream as a VOD for people to watch later and all that fun stuff, and it'll be great. And hope everyone enjoys, and I hope everyone has a good league start. Hey, come to the stream if you want. March 13th, 4 p.m. EST. That's on the league start. I'll be streaming PogChamp. It's gonna be sick. Hope you can be there. I've put it in the description of every video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.